shorty, watch how I go ballistic, and I'm so terrific. Accounts is copacetic. I don't need no permission, but I'm so indebted to this game that I love, and most of all to the man above. Now check me out. Now it was just that Fridays was serving the green. Before I was popping, I would rather get the bag and start collecting the rings. But I done spoke too much. Close curtain and scene. I am not a human being. I'm a full machine. I ain't holier than thou. I don't judge, I sing. Just staying down. Yeah, hey boy, we got another one. Ha. Man, y'all boys ain't ready for this, man. I'm still grinding, I'm still hungrier than ever.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida and Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Miami Dolphins. The veteran kicker, Robbie Gould, set to get us started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Let's go.
On play action, here's Tua. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And the Niners will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop him from trying again the rest of this game.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. So much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And into the end zone. A pick-6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up.
You have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the picks.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Niners are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 24. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Ready.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. It's a room to maneuver. Gets past one man, and they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 13. The 71 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. And you hear it all the time, but that's one of the dangers of the blitz. You get past that first wave, nobody else is there.
And when teams blitz, what they're trying to do is make you lose your poise, lose your timing and your tempo. But when you hold it together, you can really hurt them the other way, getting past that first wave.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. To throw, it's Lance. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down. Fourth down field goal try coming, so Lance is off, and on comes Robbie Gould. The kick by Gould is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
On the double.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From the 36, Tua. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
An extra DB for 49ers now on third. Tua sets up to pass it. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
That's a big conversion there on third down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there of 20 yards. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
Now Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On second down, Mostert. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Tua. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And the Dolphins are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on third down.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Ready?
2 and now, 3rd and goal. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he's up 4th down. Sanders' kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
Ready, set!
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. Room here to run. Taking it right down Broadway. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half. Fields this way up at the 17. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Starting the 2nd half with a run by McCaffrey. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 156 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And now they'll throw with Lance. Forced out to his left. And this pass caught by Gray. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game. And they hit that one there for big yardage.
On 1st down, Lance flushed out right. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the... That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion.
Touchdown 49ers. Trey Lance finding Deebo Samuel. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Niners 31, Dolphins 3. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
Gets this one to Hill. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it second down. Here's Tua. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Fred Warner.
Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it, but it ain't riding like we riding with each other. Ain't no hiding this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide up. Y'all on offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, give it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it, but it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no hiding, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no hiding. See, we came up from the bottom, me and squad got it. And we made it through them problems, now it's God body. We eat, sleep, breathe this, wave till they see sick. Do it right the first time, they all try to remix. Yeah, they grinded, but we grinded different. Tell them they time is ticking, but we time a fish. Bet not leave a minute, stop it. Something like the goat off in that pocket. Whole squizzy riding with me, who gon' stop it? My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it, but it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no hiding, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no hiding this.
NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. Robbie Gould's got it on the tee. He kicks it off, and here we go from Levi's Stadium. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Let's go now. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Second down, back to Sanders. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll go again with Sanders. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. On 2nd and 9. Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Second down, back to Sanders. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This one complete down the field to Goddard. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll run with Sanders. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. Decision time. Opening drive here. What would you do?
There is no decision for me. I'm the visitor. I'm on the road. I've moved the ball downfield. I've got momentum. I'm going for it right here. Look at that play sheet. Pick out your best play.
And even if you don't get it, then your defense is going to have a really good situation on it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 21. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And taken right at the 35. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
From just shy of midfield, Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Niners are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Open man is Juwan Jennings. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. And Lance going to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. And Lance now to throw. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. Here's Lance to throw it. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Again, it's Lance. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now Lance. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Fourth down field goal try coming, so Lance is off, and on comes Robbie Gould. The kick by Gould is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And that flag accepted.
Okay, ready?
The roughing the kicker called on fourth down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. McCaffrey following the penalty. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Lance. That is caught by the tight end Kettle. Touchdown, 49ers. An 11-yard touchdown. And the 49ers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Gould able to tack on the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. All right, rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by... And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In the case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. With a slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
But I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll throw on first. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. From the 39, Hurts. Oh, going for Sanders downfield. And that's going to be...
They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the 49 and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was that. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first.
Come up on a 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come on a 2nd and 10. Left, it's McCaffrey. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Lance looking to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense him saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
On 1st down, Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Play action. Here's Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. In motion left goes Jennings. from the 25 on second down. Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Nakobe Dean able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. From the gun on third down, Lance. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation, because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board. Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first and 10, it's Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 39. On the very outer edge of field goal range, it would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on third down. The Sanders has got it complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 14. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Pascal, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Tackle made by Kaiser White. You know he can fly to the ball, and he showed it there. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now, you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now, with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a one-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
On first and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14.
The score, Eagles 28, 49ers 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
McCaffrey running up the middle. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. The Niners on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Lance. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Lance finding Kittle, first down San Francisco. Looking to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Lance. And this is incomplete.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts, so the middle of the field, that should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Desperation time here. Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Lance looks to throw again. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. To throw, it's Lance. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Gold to add the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they take a knee. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And they will take a knee here.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out.
It's that hate, boy. Yeah, my day ones here to dance it up again. So you know it's only right, that's how we end. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide. No, we slide. Y'all on offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, get it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones here to dance it up again. So you know it's only right, that's how we end. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. See, we came up from the bottom, me and squad got it. And we made it through them problems, now it's God body. We eat, sleep, breathe this. Wave till they see sick. Do it right the first time, they all try to remix. Yeah, they grinded, but we grinded different. Tell them they time is ticking, but we time a fish. Bet not leave a minute, stop it. Something like the goat off in that pocket. Whole squizzy riding with me, who gon' stop it? My day ones here to dance it up again. So you know it's only right, that's how we end. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Cleveland Browns and the San Francisco 49ers. Ready to get us started, it's Cade York, and we are underway from Santa Clara. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Ready, break.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Here we go, set. 38. In the strike.
Back to throw. Lance eluding the pressure right. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Niners have the first down on 11, 3rd and short, so they need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Chewed up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning, he took it and rambled.
And just the third play from scrimmage, wanted to avoid the 3 and out and did just that. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Throwing his Lance on third down. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Set, ready. Set, go.
Lance to throw for it on fourth down. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have the Niners first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On second and 11 now, Lance. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Danny Gray. 12-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Faking the give. Now Watson. He'll find Schwartz complete right side. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Watson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. But a little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
From midfield, here's Lance. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Lance and company going on 4th down. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And some room to run now. Touchdown! George Kittle, 51 yards. And the Niners' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. From the 45 on 2nd down. Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3 yard line, got to love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
Here's Watson on the sneak. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inch. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Browns are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Now Cade York for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Niners 14, Browns 7.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Lance. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Here's Lance. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson swings this out for Hunt. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll try to run with Hunt. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Kareem Hunt in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by York is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here we go. Here
The
we go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off of play action, it's Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. Right back to Njoku. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson, open man, here's Schwartz, complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Back to throw, Watson. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And we see another pitch of the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Watson's throw pulled in by Schwartz. Touchdown, Browns! Anthony Schwartz from 19 yards away. And the Browns have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
49ers 14.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. The Lance now to throw. Open man is Juwan Jennings. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. The Lance going to throw. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do...
Tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
Fields it right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Looking to throw again on second down. Lance. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now Lance. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind.
On the double.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10. To throw, it's Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 40. Lance looking to throw it. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
Throwing again on second down. Lance. Got a man. That's Ayuk. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10. From the gun, it's Lance. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 4 at the 6-yard line.
Here's Lance to throw it. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Flag blue. Red, yellow.
Throwing now is Lance. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trey Lance, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Niners have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Gold with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game here in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about this strategy.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Watson now to throw. And that is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. On the move past the 40. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Browns used the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
49ers 21.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they're going to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Here we go. Green jack.
Loss of a yard.
Desperation time here. Lance. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Browns are going to get it back here just past the 35. But with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best. But these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles. And a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
At their own 20-yard line.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. Returnable for Grant. All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Throwing now, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're